Hello YouTube, coming at you with another YouTube video. This is Sergeant Watlington again. I'm sorry that it's taking me so long to post another video, but this COVID-19 stuff, I got school and then I'm just kind of tired and lazy, so I got a lot of stuff going on. So today's video, I got two of my students. We got PFC Nelson and PFC Usmani is going to talk about their experience at AIT, because a lot of you guys have questions about AIT, and I haven't been at AIT in a long time. So they're going to answer some stuff about their experience and what to expect in going into this MOS. All right. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and drop down to the description box and let me know how you feel. All right, let's get to it. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm PFC Nelson. I am an Army brat, so I live pretty much all over. I claim Germany as home, and I joined the Army because I'm 5th generation. It's kind of expected.
Okay. And PFC Usmani, go ahead and tell me about myself.
Usmani here. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I am not an Army brat, so I'm only from one place. But I joined the Army to get college paid for. I'm in nursing school. I'm trying to finish that up to get a doctorate in mental health psychiatry. That's about all for me.
All right. That's a little bit about some of the soldiers there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ask them some questions. I apologize if this video is a little informal because we're doing it inside of the physical therapy clinic office, and I kind of wanted to do it. This is a PRT incentive, so if they did this interview, they didn't have to do PT today. So, yeah, that's how we work out here. All right, so you guys, tell me a little bit about your AIT experience and what should soldiers expect when it first comes to the classroom experience. I'm gonna let Nelson go first, and then after that, I'm going to let Usmani. Go ahead, Nelson.
Classroom experience pretty much is really informal as long as you're respectful to your instructors. We switch between a lab where we perform exercises and mobs on each other, and the classroom where we're taught things like disorders and diseases that we're probably going to deal with.
So you definitely need your coffee when you go in there. If you're caught sleeping or if you're caught slacking off, the instructors see that as a sign of disrespect, and they're gonna make you walk around the whole classroom, just because I had a couple of friends who were just infamous for that throughout the whole classroom. But if you pay attention, you be respectful to your instructors, you'll be all good to go.
Okay, so give me a little experience about dealing with the different branches. Go ahead, Nelson.
The different branches, pretty much we stay, so the instructors try to include us all as in one team, one fight, but we're all pretty much segregated, if that's the word I want to use. I don't really...
That's fine.
We're separated, pretty much. Navy was really prior service, and we can't really talk to prior service. Our prior service, as an Army prior service, we can't talk to them really unless we're in class. And Air Force, they're Air Force, so they're super relaxed. They don't have to follow all the rules that we have to.
Okay. All right, Usmani.
It's fun because you see how different branches of the Army or branches of the military and whatnot, they're going to teach you some stuff. And with the Army just Army. So you going to learn everything about the Army.
Okay, good. Also, what about some of the materials that they might include? You don't have to give us everything, but you can include will you be learning math or chemistry, physics, stuff like that?
It's pretty much 8 hours of science. You have a different book for every section.
Yep, so it's mostly a breakdown between biology and neurology and anatomy. For the first quarter or third of the class, it's all going to be all bio stuff, how the brain works, how you send transmissions in the neurology system and whatnot. The second half of it is going to be anatomy. They're going to cover the body parts. They're going to break it down by disorders, what goes wrong. And outside in the Riverwalk and whatnot were the Quebecs. The Govs were there for like 2 minutes, and then they just left and graduated in 8 weeks. Like some of them were just there. We got phased up. They got more time for us to get phased up than it took for them to graduate. And then after that, when we switched companies over to the kilos, I think they were just salty because their AIT is so long. 6 months of that and 6 months of phase 2.
So what's the 68 kilo?
They're lab technicians.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me your experience, some experiences you had with the drill sergeants, because when I went, I had AIT instructors and I had platoon sergeants, and now they turned over to drill sergeants. So tell me how they are. So how's everything with that?
The drill sergeants are like instructors. They're just a little different. They can drop you or make you work out pretty much. They're a lot more strict, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Most of them will do pretty much anything you need from them.
Yep, so the drill instructors were different from the drill sergeants we had in basic. They were a lot more friendly. You could approach them a lot more because that's what the job requirement was. Towards the end of it, we did have some drill sergeants who were fresh out of the academy, and they kind of treated us like we were basic. So they had to take classes about how to treat soldiers and not trainees. And after that, it went down from smooth sailing.
Okay. So tell me about some of the duties that you guys had to do. Like when I was in, what was it called? Night guard or something like that?
We had, so what they call fire guard and BCT is what we call ACG here. So pretty much you sit at a desk and make sure no one does anything shady. And you sit there for an hour, and it can be anytime from 8 o'clock to 4:30 in the morning. And you just sit at the desk with a battle, and you record anything that you've seen.
Cool. Wait a minute. All right, guys. Well, since you guys are in phase 2 of AIT, I want you to go ahead and kind of give me first a brief description of how you guys feel about AIT as of right now.
As of right now, AIT is pretty great. You don't have to live with anyone in the barracks right now. I have my own room.
That depends on where you're stationed.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now at Fort Benning, we don't have any battles in the room with us, which is great because when I was in AIT, I had 4-person rooms. So it's nice to have your own space.
Okay.
All right, a big thing about phase 2 is you get treated like an adult. You get to do your own things. There's no curfew. You can go around, but always be responsible where you go. Always let a person know where you're going. The second biggest thing is you're always expected to be on time, no matter what it is. The last thing I want to say is wherever you go to, it's going to be a big change in scenario from where you are, where you have restrictions, where you can go out, especially the big thing about bed checks. After 8 p.m. you can't go out anywhere. Here you can go stay out, but always remember you got to be on time the next morning.
I don't really encourage going out just because of the whole coronavirus, and as well as in AIT. Just remember, if you fail this part, this is the easy part to me. It's pretty hard to fail phase 2 because if you're on time at work and you're attentive, if you do your studies and stuff, then you should be able to get this rewarding job. How different is, besides that part, the studies part, when it comes to AIT? How different is it?
Here, it's a lot less actual studying, and it's a lot more learning how to do the exercises and doing it on a patient who's actually hurt. Because when we study in phase 1, you're doing it on a healthy body. So here, it's different. You're not going to break the patient. It's what everybody thinks is going to happen.
Yeah. So, and then go ahead and tell us about the different types of patients that you'll see.
You'll see patients who want to push through the pain, and it doesn't matter if they break themselves in the process. They'll do pretty much anything you want them to do. And then there's some people who the slightest little thing, it hurts them. So everybody handles pain differently.
Yeah, so everything, yeah. And then, so at Fort Benning, you have the opportunity to see veterans, civilians, lieutenants, trainees, just the whole Army. We take care of everybody. Do you guys have any other comments, concerns, or anything you want to put out there? Any encouraging words for the viewing audience?
Encouraging words, something is keep pushing through no matter what happens. Especially in phase 1, there's a test every week, and you really have to study at least an hour a day to pass through, but when you really put in the effort, it's rewarding to do it. And it's really hard to fail through. The instructors are there for you. If you do have a little setback, they'll work with you. They keep you over there for an hour to get more study time. But it's really it's really your own personal thing. If you want to succeed, you will succeed. If you want to find opportunities to succeed, they'll be there for you. You just have to push through.
And one last thing, tell them how awesome this job is. Like I know I'm because I do it, but like off the record, tell them like what you really feel about this, how you really feel about this.
I love this job. This is what I wanted to do though when I joined the Army, or what I wanted to do with my life.
Okay. So tell us your experience and how much you like this job, or just off the record.
I love this job because we're with our what do you want to call it? Battles. Pretty much, we're with each other for so long. It feels like a family, and it's great because it's like that with everybody in the clinic. You work so close together, you end up having a little family of your own.
That's true. What about you, Yusmani?
Same thing with the camaraderie here. The person you see in the morning is going to be there all day with you. You kind of share little work jokes, little work hassles. I love this job.
I love this job.
Yeah, so a lot of people think that this job, I would say, is not as vigorous as the infantry and stuff like that. But we are the ones, like I said in my previous videos, we are the ones that train the infantry, the Rangers, and the airborne. So we have to know how to heal these people, heal the soldiers, and then, everything goes beyond there. So, I think that this is one of the best jobs in the Army to me personally. Like I said, you guys have any questions or anything?
No, I'm good.
All right. This is Specialist Lee. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, my name is Specialist Lee. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. I have my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, but I did join in the enlisted route for 6-8 Foxtrot physical therapy for a better opportunity, hopefully.
E4 Mafia, baby.
And try to extend my career into the world of sports science originally. And now that I've gone through AIT and got to experience the basic training aspects and learning everything about the Army's like tasks and drills, and getting to apply like the WIFMs, like what does it do for me for physical therapy. I can see how physical therapy can be very instrumental and hopefully working on new programs to better future soldiers, because a lot of the people coming in now, especially with the new ACFT in place, these movements are for functionality and their duties. And a lot of people coming in, especially this generation, are not as accustomed to running or lifting and all that stuff.
Okay.
So,
I got a question. So what was your experience like in AIT? Tell me, like, what did you, what was it like from the classroom experience?
I definitely like the classroom experience because I've been to college, understand the aspects of reading ahead, getting stuff prepared for the next day. There's a course that you have to do, which is very introductory, the IBAM course, the Intro to Basic Army Medicine, which is a very fast track to your medical stuff. But the medical terminology is really key, and I think learning a lot about that will help you to succeed in physical therapy, because you gotta know your anatomy.
Okay. So go ahead and explain, like, how your interaction was with the different branches in the military.
I actually didn't really get to interact much with the other branches. Being that IAT, where really don't get to do much.
What is IAT?
Initial entry soldiers, the trainings, and we always have to have our battle buddies, the Army around us. With the classroom settings, when we did do like practicals with Air Force and Navy, that's really good. You get to interact with them, but as far as military aspect, you don't get to see much of the differences. You'll hear complaints here and there, but that's just bracing the suck, I guess.
Okay. Another thing is, what was it like living on base, like the different phases and stuff like that? Like, what was your interaction having drill instructors instead of drill sergeants and stuff?
In phase 1 of the drill instructors, they were definitely more personal, because I think they're more MOS like minded for whatever MOS you're in. Having the instructors there as well to kind of guide you to what to expect for your next phase, to your next duty station, especially with the instructors from the course who also got to do duty with the drill instructors. They also showed you different exercises and such.
Okay. So Lee, go ahead and explain to me, what was it like to do stuff on the weekends and stuff like that, like the fun stuff. I know there are different phases and stuff, and I think you came out of AIT right before this COVID stuff happened. Correct. So go ahead and kind of elaborate on that a little bit.
The weekends were definitely something to look forward to, because you didn't have to do as much. Phase 1 definitely, like, most of my time on the weekends was spent studying. Whenever we had those little watches, I guess the fire watch, I think. But I think it was
fire guard.
Yeah, fire guard. And then, but as far as phase 2 wise, as long as you keep continuing your education and all that stuff, your weekends are pretty chill, and as long as you don't.
Okay. And then, what do you tell the audience? What do you expect? What can they expect going into this particular MOS and this job?
I think with this time, just for me at least, there's going to be a lot of doors that can open, especially with the leadership here, who is here to help you succeed.
Yeah, that's me, leadership.
They're also very goal oriented, and they will help you push for whatever's.
Go to school.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly wouldn't be even interested in all that stuff if it wasn't for Sergeant Watt here. Can I say your name? I can say your name. She told me about all the programs the Army offers, all the schools. Well, she definitely opened a lot of doors for me, and I definitely respect a lot of the leadership here. So.
Yeah, man. Don't like, even if you are at your next station, feel free to shoot me, email, call me. I got you. No matter what time it is. I'm gonna be mad if it's in the morning or late at night, but I will get back to you. I promise. And then what else? That's pretty much it, man. I really appreciate you doing this. Now you can go ahead and see patients. Oh, I do. Go ahead and tell them what kind of type you got on. Explain, because a lot of soldiers don't ever see stuff like that.
This is a little nurse scrub, I guess. I did find this off nursejoe.com. Georgia.
I could have got that for you for free. You know that, right? I'll get you one.
I already got two.
I'll get you some more. But cool. It's very comfortable.
Very comfortable, very breathable, especially with the Georgia humidity. Where we go.
Yeah. So I appreciate it, man. You have a good day.